Okay, so some support groups in Ontario pertaining to the social barriers. One of them is Everdale, which is a farm-based organization, and they deliver hands-on and solution-based farming knowledge. So they focus on like farm production, farmer training, and school programs, and they have courses and on-farm skill education, which allows them to learn. Farm Start is another one which kind of focuses on peer-to-peer network initiatives. They are located in Guelph, and they also have workshops such as crop planning for organic vegetable owners, weed management for small to mid-scale organic vegetable production, and things like that. Another one is the Ecological Farmers Association of Ontario. They have a farmer-to-farmer training approach, which basically allows farmers to teach other farmers. They have a strategic plan for 2016 to 2018, which consists of 3 principles mainly. The first one is to generate a strong community of farmers that come from different skill levels so that they can learn from those. Second was to create programs on best ecological agricultural techniques. And finally was to improve the understanding and education of ecological agriculture to farmers through courses and seminars and workshops.
So now we move to Germany. Germany has a very fantastic organic sector. They have a lot of support for organic farmers, like subsidies, programs for education. But in terms of financial, I'm just going to focus on 2 programs that they have. The first is called Agri-Environment and Climate Measure. So this is more of a bonus that they give to farmers for complying with certain requirements. So an example that was used in one of the case studies that we were looking at is that farmers received up to 234 euros per hectare for water protection on their farm. A second one is more of a premium-based program. So they have 2 different sections. The first one is for introduction of organic agriculture, and the second one is for maintenance. So depending on if it's introduction or maintenance and what kind of farming you're doing on your farm, the premium could vary.
And so the last one we're going to talk about is Italy, for the ways that you can overcome some policy barriers. So Italy falls under, their policy falls under the EU programs, and one specifically that they are talking about is the Common Agricultural Policy, their CAP program. So as Italy is a member state under this program, it's played an important role in establishing its organic sector and becoming a leader within the EU. So the CAP policy establishes local policies with respect to heterogeneity and the various regions and local territorial contexts. So essentially what it's been doing is extending support to organic production, such as sustainable management of resources, while enabling long-term processes of farm innovation and development with respect to individual and specific agri-environmental actions. And then to kind of coincide with the CAP program, Italy has specifically developed their own national action plan under the Italian Ministry of Agriculture, Food and Forestry Policies. And the main goals of this is to act as an advisory committee with working groups and organic agriculture. It brings together institutions and operators to exchange experiences in order to promote and enhance their agriculture sectors. So, in conclusion, we found that government support towards training and public education can really help drive some social issues there. There's also a need for financial incentives to be established to be able to help bring about transitioning and support agriculture continuing on from there. And there's also a large value in consulting all stakeholders when you're transitioning and developing the agriculture sector. One limitation that we did want to talk about was the fact that in Ontario there are limited amount of resources available for us to find data of history with organic sector, and that's because there was a law passed previously that made it difficult to record such data. So that was something that we struggled with, but we're able to identify some barriers and some resources to resolve that.
There you go.